debris. It was a staggering sight that brought a millennia-old legend instantly crashing into reality. Now here's the really crazy part about this discovery. Seeing these clearly unnatural formations instantly shattered the whole idea that the ancient epics were just made-up stories. I mean, these divers were looking at towering walls with magnificent craftsmanship, huge boulders, perfectly interlocking stones, and these impossible geometric structures. It was clear as day. Nature didn't make this. This was built by human hands. It looked exactly like a fully planned, majestic city that had somehow just been swallowed whole by the ocean. They had stumbled upon the legendary lost city of Lord Krishna. To really grasp the magnitude of this, we gotta rewind a bit. Let's step back in time to the Dwapara Yuga. According to the ancient Puranas and the Mahabharata, long before the city ever sank, it was actually born out of sheer necessity. After Krishna defeated the tyrant Kansa in Mathura, Kansa's enraged father-in-law, a guy named Jarasandha, relentlessly attacked the city. And get this, he attacked it 17 times in total. Even though Krishna successfully repelled those attacks, he realized his people needed a permanent sanctuary, somewhere far away from all this constant warfare. So he makes this incredibly strategic decision to lead his people to the coast to build something extraordinary.
According to the text, Lord Varun, the deity of the ocean, granted Krishna exactly 12 yojanas of pristine coastal land to build this sanctuary. To put that into perspective, that translates to roughly 153.6 kilometers of real estate. So with the land secured, Krishna entrusts the monumental task of actually building the city to Lord Vishwakarma, who is basically the legendary architect of the gods. And man, what Vishwakarma built was absolutely nothing short of a utopian masterpiece.
They called this masterpiece the City of Doors, or Dwarka. The Bhagavata Purana describes it as having over 900 grand palaces, literally glittering with gold, silver, and precious gems. But here's the thing, it wasn't just wealthy and flashy, it was functionally brilliant. It had these massive, broad streets leading directly to bustling maritime ports, alongside an incredibly sophisticated irrigation and drainage system that made the whole city entirely self-sufficient. It was essentially a paradise on Earth.
But you know, where there's creation, destruction usually follows, and a bizarre, almost poetic sequence of dark curses ended up sealing the fate of the Yaduvanshis. It started after the devastating Kurukshetra war, when a grieving Queen Gandhari cursed Krishna, saying his lineage would perish just like hers did. Then, years later, Krishna's son Samba played a pretty foolish prank on some powerful sages. Big mistake. The angry sages cursed Samba to give birth to an iron rod that would wipe out their entire clan. Terrified, the rulers had the rod crushed and thrown into the sea. But that metal was swallowed by a fish, which was then caught by a hunter named Jara, who ironically used that exact same metal to forge a deadly arrow.